What's up YouTube, Jack Sutcliffe here and welcome back for tuning back to JS Fitness, or if you're just tuning in, welcome. I really hope you like what I've got to offer today. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Dymatize ISO whey. Let me just get that out of the sun so you can see it. Yeah, that's ISO100, and I'm going to be doing the Gourmet chocolate flavour. Now, I've wanted to do a review of Dymatize supplements for a long time now. I think they're a great brand. I think the things that they've got to offer and the things that they promote are literally second to none. As you'll have probably seen just then, they are the world's best isolate provider, better than Optimum Nutrition and everyone else out there. So they're really up there in terms of the brands. Now, the reason why I've got this time is it was dirt cheap. I really couldn't pass it up. I've gone for the chocolate flavour. Why? Because chocolate goes with pretty much just about everything. If you can't get the chocolate flavour right, chances are the rest of the flavours, let me just get out the sun, chances are the rest of the flavours aren't going to be very good. But I'm sure it will be. This is the new and improved formula, so if you have got like the old packaging, chances are, or if that's the one you've had, sorry, chances are this will taste differently. Just bear with me one moment, I'm just going to adjust this if I can. No, that's a bit dark, sorry about this everyone, hang on. Let's just lock it in, there we go, that'll do. So yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I've never tried any of their products before other than their creatine, so this is a first for us both. Anyway, first of all, before I do the mix test, I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown of the macros, the ingredients, and then we'll go on to the taste test. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a big ingredients and macronutrient label on the screen to save you guys trying to follow, so you guys, sorry, can follow this. So per 32 grams serving, you get in, where are the calories? There we are. There's 115 calories in this, so it is a very lean protein powder. You get 0.4 grams of fat, which is really great to see. 0.2, which is saturate, so it is actually quite a lean, protein powder. And then you've got 2.4 grams of sugar. Now that's not high, but compared to normal whey protein powders like Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard, BSN, Synthesis Edge, all that kind of range, it's on par with them. So I would probably have expected it to be a bit lower, but not complaining, you know, it's still quite low. It's not above like 3 grams, so happy with that. And then out of that 2.4 grams, there's only 0.5, which is sugars, quite good to see. And then 25 grams of hydrolyzed isolate protein. So that is thumbs up there. Really can't complain with that. Really happy with that there. Let me just lock this back in. And then you've got 0.5 grams of salt. Now in terms of ingredients, this is really, let me hold it up there. This is really tricky. You can't see because of the light. It's really tricky to find on here, but if you find where the suggested servings are, let me find it again now. It is literally, so where it says suggested servings and instructions, it's literally just below that. So they do hide it. I must say that is one thing which is a bit of a pain to see, but all that is in it is 47% hydrolyzed whey, 43% protein isolate, and then some fat reduced cacao powder. You've got some emulsions, so that's for like the texture in your mouth, some binding agencies, and then you've got some flavorings, and then a little bit of sweetener, which is sucrose. Now, I'm not a fan of sucrose, but they're in them all these days, so you're not getting away from it, but it'll do. There's worse things you could be drinking. Anyway, this comes in, depending on what size you get, it'll come in 3 flavours, chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. If you get the bigger tubs, the 2.2 kgs, which I think's £5, if you're working in pounds, then you're getting about 7 flavours. You've got birthday cake, you've got fudge brownie, I think there's a cake batter, there's a lot more, but like I said, I've just gone for chocolate because it's a safe one. If they cock this up, they're probably going to cock them all up. So anyway everyone, let's get straight down to the taste test and mixability and see how it goes. So like I say, I haven't had this before, you know, it's still sealed, you know, this is a first for us all, so if it tastes garbage, you're gonna know about it. So I've got my water here. The recommendations say just over 200 mils of water or milk. Now, I like to go for water. I would normally have it with milk, but I'm trying to do all the reviews with water because if your macros are quite tight, then you're gonna have to drop the milk and go for water. And normally, I find a lot of protein shakes are quite thin, quite watery in water, so it's normally it gives you a good idea of actually how they are when you have it with water. So take the lid off. Ooh, I'm not sure if this is sealed. Yep, no, that is sealed. That's great to see. A little bit of chocolate on top. Just gonna dust that off. So anyway, to start with, it tastes mint. The little bit on top tastes amazing. So first impressions, no sure then, thumbs up, you know, first impressions really good. Smells good. We've got the scooper at the top, which is always handy. I hate having to dive into these. So I've got my shaker here. Let's get this scooper out. Now, one thing that I would really like to see another supplement provider, manufacturer do, other than the one that does it at the minute, but I'm not going to name names, is like a scoop lock, just so if it does get lost in there, at least you can, you know, at least it sticks to the top. But anyway, as you can see, got a big old heaped scoop there. This is about 30 grams serving. Normally you're looking at about 25 to 32, so it's slightly on the large side, but I'm not complaining. Anyway, in we go. Got some of it on my lap, so it looks like I've been frosted, but hey ho. Now, the good thing with isolate is it really shouldn't take much to mix. You should literally be able to mix it with a spoon. Now, like I say, I've seen good things with this, and it is my first time trying an isolate. So I'd personally say, if this is garbage, chances are the rest of them are going to be garbage. But anyway, just a few shakes, you know, I'll give it benefit of the doubt. There we go. I haven't got my famous little cup that I'd normally pour it into, but first impressions are looking very promising. There's no sinkers. There's no floaters. There's a little bit on the side. I don't know if you can see. Let me just adjust it. There you go. Yeah, there's little bits on the side which isn't great to see. I'll just shake it a bit more. See if we can get rid of them. Yeah, they look like they've gone. Really good to see. Like I say, if you just look at that there, it looks like it's mixed really well. Can't complain with that. Anyway, let's get down to the taste test. Wow, that is really nice. Dymatize, you've done me good. You ain't goofed me. You've done me proud. So to be honest, this literally tastes like a hot chocolate. Obviously not hot. The texture, it doesn't feel too watery. There's no lumps. There's no clumps. It tastes amazing. The texture's great. Thumbs up. I don't normally give 10 out of 10 for chocolate flavors, just because I normally think there's always a little bit of room for improvement, but this is the bee's knees. That is really nice, everyone. Really nice. In terms of cost for isolate, you normally do pay a bit more because it is having to be a bit more processed, a bit more refined. On average, you don't really want to be paying more than about 50 to 60p a serving. I think the price that I got this for, I'm only paying about 70p a serving, which you can't complain with for isolate. I'm really happy with this. Like I say, there's still no sinkers in there. The taste is phenomenal. I would not get bored of this. That is really nice. I can't fault it. Like I say, I would hands down spend a bit more money and get that because the flavour does taste great. The other thing I just quickly want to touch base on is another thing that I really like about Dymatize, and I'm going to just sort this out so you can actually see it, is it actually gives you a breakdown. Will it focus in? I don't know if it's going to do it. No, it's not going to have it. Is it gives you a breakdown of the amino acids that are in there, both essential and non-essential. So if you think you're not getting certain ones in, or enough of certain ones, you can always tailor your diet, tailor your supplement intake to make sure you're getting it in. So I'd probably say if supplement providers or whey proteins haven't got the breakdown of the amino acids, I would probably not bother getting them, just because you want transparency. You want to know that the products aren't being spiked, just like I would never buy a protein powder that has creatine in it, just because of the nitrogen in the creatine spikes it and says there's more protein in the protein than what there actually is. So yeah, it's a bit taboo. In this, there's only I'm just going to show you these here. Well, the tyrosine, there's only 2.2 grams. So you don't have to worry about it being spiked in that, because that is really a cheap amino acid, which they do tend to spike them with. Anyway, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I say, that's a 10 out of 10. That it's a solid isolate. I'm really excited to see what other isolates have to offer now that I've got that gold standard to compare it to, because if they're not coming in as good as that, then bad news for them. Anyway, everyone, like I said, please like and comment down below. It helps the channel to grow, and it helps me to bring more reviews to yourselves, and more importantly, to help you make gains. So anyway, see you later, everyone.